Because you tried to steal the most priceless artifact.
How's I supposed to know that thing was so important to him?
This is a priority alert to all
There was a plaque right next to it that said so.
Yeah, well, I don't go to museums to read. I'm not anyone else. I'm one of a kind, baby.
A fact that makes me wonder how much a museum might pay for you.
I am Groot.
Don't you side with them, you overgrown.
But it worked. No pain, no gain, my boy.
What trouble have you steered us into now, Quill?
Nothing. There's literally nothing out here. My scanners are coming up blank.
Heard this alarm. There's a horrid sound.
I am Groot.
We'll take it on anything is better than that scratch at starboard.
Rocket, any idea why our ship is on the fritz?
Getting this outside, you might have installed a new scanner. It detects high concentrations of unusual energy. Cosmic cubes, negatives, and guardian hammers. You know, the kind of stuff people pay big money for. Come in.
But there's nothing out here but rocks.
If I were hiding an object of immense cosmic power, I would want it to look that way as well.
Can you lead us to it?
Can I? Bet your hand is big, but I can. Whatever it is, it should be right behind us.
I am Groot.
You could say that again.
Very long time. We wouldn't be doing this without a good
This is a Holo-class Kree warship.
These vessels usually carry hundreds of soldiers.
Fury? What do you have for girls looking Mr. President?
But there's not a single sign of life on board.
Investigations into supervillains
Something's not
recently
right.
had a major break.
We need to take a look around.
Where the
See if
city
we can
these
find
criminals
treasure.
around in high-tech armor.
I was
getting
going to say
materials from
any
another
survivors.
Welcome to
But
Side Tower, my pride
Sure.
and joy.
the
treasure's always
40
good.
stories of heaven on
We
earth.
didn't realize until recently. Yourself is being supported by someone outside the team, specifically us. I've been empowered by S.H.I.E.L.D. to create a task force to stop the masters of evil. The area was so badly damaged it can't be used as a by definition.
Fortunately, Tony is willing to let us stay here for the duration.
The evidence is right here,
All
sir.
the
Hold your
facilities.
fire.
We're under attack.
Believe me, it's no problem at all.
Trust me.
For now.
And I called in a few old friends to help us out. Feel free to walk around and meet them.
expecting?
I'd suggest you meet Hank Pym first, since he's in charge of equipment. The Vision is here as our information
glad to
officer.
kill you anyway.
Computer to talk to the computer.
Idiots.
For us.
Your stupidity may have doomed the universe.
Bravo team.
Wouldn't be the first time, sweetheart.
Speaking of that, what is it? Go round them up.
I recently received a radio transmission from Dum Dum Dugan requesting that I come to the Omega base.
Fight me.
No time to argue short. Take West with you. You think it might be a Bravo team and find
Maybe.
another way into that castle.
Can't be sure.
You heard the man.
More information.
Widow.
Yeah.
You have
We're close to the landing zone. While we read. Dum Dum Dugan recently sent a suspicious radio message requesting I meet him at the Omega base for a report on the latest secret soldier serum.
This place is so suspicious about
Along with
the
the little Dutch Banner was issued a report. Anyone thinking the thing is, Banner has been working on the Gamma
So
bomb.
much for your president's
Not the
friendly
super
words
soldier
to me.
serum.
They have
does
a
Never make a
even know
mistake
you're
like that.
here?
You got a simple choice.
Who is they?
Come with us.
What is this all about, Ronan?
We turn this place use a big
Shield secrets.
Flying aircraft carriers, office
them.
buildings on wheels. Please tell me that tunnel that runs.
This is very easy. And if anything we should do,
The contents of that vehicle would fall into
what
the
is
wrong
your
hands.
turn was ours. Cree dog.
Never. That madman Floby only wishes to destroy.
So it's all right for us to save you here. We just can't know what's going on.
Correct. If I may continue, the team's mission will be to sneak on board the Omega and locate
The
Muriel.
time has come to
She should be
return
able to
home.
bring you up to speed on
Your
the situation.
master awaits.
Any questions?
The Infinity Stones.
All right.
Rocket, do you see this? All six...
Listen up, people. We've been sent here to investigate a situation in Atlantis.
So, here's the way I see it. I know you said these stones were master, whoever that is, but technically, we got here first. So how's about you take three, we take three, and we call it a... Hey!
Why did the Atlanteans riot? They love Namor.
I don't know. Namor Rita has a
You will leave here with nothing. Not even your life.
There's nanotechnology at this outpost that will us free and move north of the world. The Atlanteans aren't exactly defend yourselves. We have to play any way we can. He's a battle. That's it. Let's prepare for it. Okay.
I have felled worlds.
in Atlantis.
Your pathetic attacks cannot harm me.
How could you doubt we weren't trying to hurt you? Just to distract
Saying about that mission in Latveria?
The heroes will travel to the Valley of Stress.
I swear in Thanos' name. Did she say Thanos? Quill, you can't let her have them.
The traitorous Mangus will most likely meet his
So,
demise.
thanks to you, all this is on our
March was destroying several of Fjord's lackeys first.
Indeed. Yet I would find it most enjoyable if my dear brother Thor were to fall in battle. Long as he were a thorn in my side.
has bent over backwards to mend the
Don't look
ties
so
between
sad,
America and
Enchantress. When our ultimate plan is realized, you will find others more
This year
worthy
alone,
of your
we lent her
attention than
country
Thor.
$72
I
million
should hope so,
in aid.
Loki.
Yes, sir.
Still,
And it hurts to imagine what she's done with that
Thor
money.
must
Knowing
die.
what we now know.
He is
Thank you.
truly
I have a recommended response scenario for the city.
That won't be
That
necessary.
pompous fool's overdeveloped
if I may,
physique is
this
nothing
situation
compared
is
to my
sure to escalate.
conniving
I can-
We have a
intellect.
pleasant
Now I
relationship
have
with
longed to
those
crush his
Space
self-righteous
or time.
countenance beneath
The
my
Infinity
booted
Stone.
heel.
I kept you in the dark so that if something like
I
this
did
ever happened,
exactly what you
your
said.
conscience
I
would
say
show the
the
heroes are in the Valley of
insane
me.
cosmic power
And I'm
from the
responsible
psycho
for this.
space.
You got that,
I am. Let us walk and see.
Damn it, Stark.
Just sat there listening to us jabber.
Grow on trees.
Do it already.
I'm sure you've got plenty of backups, old man. You always do.
Enjoy your exile. Wherever you are. We'll just stay here and keep picking up the pieces.
We saved the from disaster, but we're the ones
So, to answer your question, Mr. Senator, in spite of these recent events, I don't believe forcing superheroes to register with the government is the answer. This law would split the hero community right down the middle,
What did I
with
tell you?
consequences I'm
You
not
need
sure
cell
any of
doors
us
this
want
armed
to
and
follow.
open? I'm your guy.
Might not be the only one.
And the more prisons and more galaxies that I can count. This is new.
This registration guarantee would tear down everything we've done, destroy, send people over. I'm trying to save these people.
You know, delivering supervillains to the raft is usually a lot of boring paperwork.
Registration is the worst thing.
Our guests will be arriving soon.
It's a total riot.
No, they won't, Tony.
You can rest assured. I have taken all my necessary steps.
Come on, really? Not even a smile from the tree? Cast better spells. The heroes have detected your men and suspect something is afoot. Be careful.
Loki, leave the good man alone. What does it matter if the heroes suspect? They will still be ensnared by the trap.
For his sake,
On your feet,
the grave
don't bother
risk
trying
being
any of your stupid
the
exploding
master
tricks.
Make no mistake, my friend. We all stand to lose much if we fail. Which is why I'm certain.
Well, it may not
My
be
faith
fine art,
will
but it's
make
fine
so
by
far.
me.
Failure will
It's
not be
fine at all.
tolerated,
It's the fact
and
that
the penalty will be
radicals
most
are exposed. They're all either trying to break through
We stole
Just over
from
12
the
hours
Omega
ago
base.
now, and
Does it
preliminary
work?
attack
Break
is
out.
said to be over.
Even better than
that
I
force
dare.
field is
Rumblings of
engaged,
whether superhero
but they can't
reform
get
is
out.
brought to the table.
Following last week's step
Why is that? The mutant amplifier is quite destructive. If we do not move swiftly,
Then you're
the
lucky
X-Man we
some
kidnapped
of us
will
still
die.
have a way in.
Completely insane.
Why do you
I
care
won't
for
do
the
it.
health of the mutant?
I'm sorry. Was
I
it not
don't.
clear I was giving you an
An
order?
early
You're
death
asking me
would give
to
our
arrest people who risk their
But make
lives
no
for this
mistake.
country every day.
Death for
No,
the
I'm
X-Man.
ordering you to obey the will of the American people, Captain.
Team,
Either you
this
help
next
us
mission
bring them
takes
in,
Mephisto's
or we'll
realm.
bring you in.
It's an alternate dimension.
Weapons
Filled with
down,
fire.
gentlemen. All right.
Trank guard, now! Take him down! Take him down!
Keep us moving, son, if you want to take contact.
Dr. Doom
It's
somehow
a
forced him to teleport a group of them to that
Trying to save lives.
Blast you right out of that tin can.
Measure your weapons later, boys.
Suddenly has a leader.
If we want to survive this,
Hold off until
we do it as a team.
Registration
made it over driven his powers to the point that it's causing
take care of them.
You're right on time, fools. The chaos has just
How many trapped workers did the radio say?
over 300.
This entire facility will soon be under my control. I amass the greatest army of villains.
Get us out of here, it's a trap.
You get the honor of being our first victims.
Of course it's a trap. How else will we get Skybird 1, the area is fully cordoned.
Roger, perimeter sealed. No one's leaving the zone without our say-so.
Copy that. Stand by.
Stand by. Even shield guards.
I don't shield. Chance it ends.
You mean surrender? Thanks. I think I'd rather take my chances. Cap, please. You know how hard I tried to fight this.
Is that enough?
Poor step.
I know my pal Eddie
doesn't
here
want
looks like a
secret
bad death
identity.
metal cover band version of me.
Registration is
But
the
under all
only
that
way to make
rippling
me feel
xenomorphic
safe when we're
protoplasm
around.
is a guy who wants to do what's best.
Just give me a chance to tell you our
He may seem weak,
21st
but when the
century
world really needs him, he always chooses to protect it.
Would
You've got 5 minutes.
That's
all I'll need.
We will fight with you, little
What the hell?
And once the world knows its wonderful champion,
Lights out. You better be here to help.
Neither side's getting too
My
specific.
friends,
But a good number
these
of us
are
heroes
indeed
got
dark
hurt in
times.
explosives.
The masters of evil
Including
have
yourselves.
overwhelmed the army of Asgard. And the only
you
path for
serious?
reinforcements has been closed off to us.
Superpowered
The Bifrost Bridge.
Isn't that how your people travel back and forth?
So it was up to me to say.
Last count?
Aye. A
616.
great many warriors would return, if only the path were open.
Against 3?
How did Doom
Those are terrible odds. Over. Remember, you never hang out in your dimension again.
Closed and barred. It can only be opened from our side. But I would warn you, the wrecking crew is guarding.
The wrecking crew? Pardon me for not being scared.
I gotta agree with Webhead here. How bad can
guys-
these jokes
The wrecking crew is not to be taken lightly.
Is any
They
of this
are
real?
Whatever's
who were
happening,
mistakenly
we can
granted
beat
the
it.
powers
Keep
of
fighting.
one of my peers. More than once, they have sorely tested my powers.
They almost beat you? Then we better be on our guard.
They are formidable opponents, but that is not all. Loki has struck a bargain with Hela, the goddess of death. Her minions will also seek to stop us.
So we're fighting gods and the undead. Anyone else nervous about
We must succeed. Without those additional forces, there is little hope for Asgard.
You can never find a way to trust us again.
I thank you, my friend. Let us battle on to victory.
We'll never reach the jail cells at this rate.
Are those the conduits we saw in the schematics?
Yeah, you only expose power cables for both the main systems and the backup.
Those get cut, and all the cells open up, including SHIELD's remote control super criminals.
You got it. But the released prisoners might give SHIELD more than they can handle, at least for a few minutes. Could help cover our escape.
I'll show him truly has the superior intellect. Even the mighty Balder has tasted the pure strength. Suppose I'll have to show you Loki, the true lord and master of Asgard. All those who are chaining upon my beaten to do the work of a king.
Please are reminded of just that
There's still so much more.
How fascinating. The god of thunder, the most tiresome.
Never thought the cavalry would look quite like that. I'll take it like that.
But today, I've got a little extra time on my hands. Too bad. You're a person for those who dare to free my prisoners. But even they never did me.
You are blessed to make me. Those prisoners.
After all, am I not the god of wisdom? The future is mine.
The inhibitor transmissions aren't having any effect.
And spike their nanochains. Shut them down.
Phase of our plan is about to commence.
He's lost control of the time
No
stone.
effect, Mr. Stark.
There's
The
no
villains are
telling what sort
completely
of
out of
damage
control.
a matter such as he nature.
The time stream to shreds. I would remind you. It's pretty fucking hilarious. That's not exactly
Already too much, my good daughter. We are more than prepared to achieve our ultimate
Looks like Fury was right about your nanite-injected slaves.
We had it under control until you busted in here and released them.
Gentlemen, I suggest we focus on getting our people out of here alive.
You do realize, Baron Mordo, that the price of failure will be the wrath of Odin.
Was Fury behind you? This is how it all ends.
No, I
shall be
Closed off on the other side.
What do you think it means?
Did Fury
Step
detonate?
to one side, Captain.
And that is why we must be
Friends here are
absolutely
under
certain.
arrest.
We are willing to do what must be done.
These people need medical attention. He's right. Lower your weapons and call in the medics.
No, Stark. I'm under direct orders from the President. The SRA dictates that he's unregistered.
Giving everyone temporary amnesty
Or we could work together for once and make sure that it is.
What just happened?
What do you say?
No fear, Ultron.
This is how it all ends.
Everyone will give
Worth a try. This ought to hold you until the raft's guards can fit you for a new straitjacket.
Get the medics down here.
Whoa, hey, not a good
So
idea.
many lives apparently
I know
lost.
what I'm doing.
And yet
These
lost,
things need to be
so that
put in
many
a
more
safe
lives
place.
might be saved.
Your
We may not
pocket
know
is
the true fate
not
of
a
Nicholas
safe place,
Fury,
Space Bro.
but we do know he showed his willingness to sacrifice himself
this
on behalf of us all.
Has
For
been doing
him,
just fine.
and for the rest of the missing and presumed
telling me
deceased,
he had one of
we
those
ask
stones all along,
Almighty God
and he
to
didn't
watch
bother
over
using
their
it.
souls.
It's far better that it didn't, when used by those unaccustomed with cosmic power. The Infinity Stones can yield disastrous results.
Like landing us on this miserable mudball of a planet.
If the future is as grim as it looks, you're better off by our side.
All right, I can make it.
But you must know a way to stop him.
There are still 4 more stones out there. Each one just as powerful, but in totally different ways. If they can all do crazy stuff like that on their own, we really don't want to find out what all 6 can do together. We didn't mean to bring them here, but it happened.
Smart guy.
So now, it's up to us to track the rest down before Thanos can act. I'd like to say this isn't your fight, but you know how you feel. We need you. All of you.
How does it look like?
Hell, probably about 20 more of you.
worse, all things
But we'll
considered.
take what we can get.
Everyone else
And
was
together,
infected, pretty much recovered.
we'll make sure that there is no way in this galaxy or any other that a tyrant like Thanos will...
Once there, you'll need to lay hands on a shard of the McCran crystal.
worthless.
Will the Shi'ar be willing to part with it?
Come on, man. I only get to make speeches like that once. Twice a year, tops.
Sorry, gotta take
Plenty of blame to go around. On all sides. Plenty of cleaning up yet to do.
You X-Men are pretty well
Yeah,
connected.
there was a sting.
You've even got buddies in other galaxies.
Xavier's the one who's close to
But I'm sure
Laundra.
they're-
They used to be good friends.
I'm not sure things will ever be quite the same as they used to be. No.
Guess that means
But that doesn't
Lalandra's not
Okay,
gonna be some
now.
little old
We get back to it?
Say that again, Bob.
What
Is the Shi'ar Empire?
It's an ancient kingdom that spans entire galaxies and consists of thousands of different civilizations.
Are they peaceful?
They have had periods of upheaval, usually due to struggles within their own family. But for the most part, yes.
What exactly is this Macran crystal?
It houses a gateway into a universe filled with neutron stars. The power available there is beyond measure.
I can see how that would be useful in defeating Dr. Doom.
I prefer
All right, then.
an immortal one
Get
like
to Shi'ar
mine.
and locate Lalandra as fast as you can. Once you've convinced her to give you the crystal, get back here pronto. Good luck. You're about to be sent to the homeworld of the Skrull. There you need to steal a device called the Muonic Inducer from Galactus, who is presently attacking the Skrull planet.
Why is Galactus at war with the Skrull?
He's not. Galactus is there to consume the planet.
Whoa, this dude eats planets? I gotta get a picture of that.
He doesn't really eat them. He has machines that convert the planet into energy he can absorb. One of those devices is the Muonic Inducer.
I wouldn't think old Galactus is gonna be too happy with us trying to steal one of his toys.
No, he won't be. Which is why I'd strongly advise against any confrontation with him.
You're welcome to follow.
Galactus is one of the most powerful beings we've ever encountered.
That would explain why he feeds off entire planets. But how does he choose which worlds to consume?
He has a herald for that. A scout who determines which planet's next on the menu.
Well, at least we can count on the Skrull to help us out.
Not necessarily. The Skrull are a warlike people who've attacked the Earth several times before. They'll most likely see you as enemies.
Wonderful. So if Mr. Universe doesn't completely crush us, the Skrull will be happy to finish the job.
Yes. Is that a problem?
No. Just wanted to make sure what the team's up.
Well, good. Now get moving.
Much has transpired since you were last on Earth. Mankind did its best to defend itself against Doom. But you shall be its vessel. Were as nothing before Doom's power. The heroes of your world also tried to stop Doom and paid the ultimate price.
In blood. Help me if you like. But stand in my way, and I promise that your fate will be the same as theirs. Discovery, Doom began corrupting your entire world.
You know, it would have been far easier to just make an appointment.
We're going to be arriving at Doom's castle soon. Once there, you'll have to locate Doom and use the Macran crystal to steal his power.
You can bet your boots Doom ain't gonna let that go without a scrap.
Make no mistake. You're in for the fight of your lives. But it has to be done
Fortunately, as predicted, tears are developing in near-Earth space because of Doom's unbridled use of power. Pretty soon, even Doom won't be able to stop it.
What will happen if the tears are left unchecked?
The universe will unravel in a matter of months. All life will cease to exist everywhere. Gone forever.
Wow, not to criticize, but this mission briefing is turning into a real downer.
I don't know any other way to put it. Trillions of lives are depending on you to defeat Dr. Doom.
Deal's been canceled,
Look,
Fisk.
I know we've had our differences over the course of this little adventure, and I know you don't agree with the way I've done some things. But as the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., I can't ever afford to lose. And now you're in the same boat. You have to win this one.
Not to worry, Colonel. I am prepared.
Wolverine and I are certainly ready for anything.
You got that right.
Yeah, I've always wanted to fight someone with the powers of a god.
Don't worry, Colonel. We know what's riding on this. We won't fail. I know you won't.
That was my first official
luck.
ninja temple.
And watch
That's
yourself.
something, right?
I guess.
Why so glum, chum?
All of this is just so much bigger than us. I mean, I can barely do my own laundry. Stopping cosmic annihilation is a bit outside my comfort zone.
You can't be free. Your wretched scheme is undone. And your black soul is mine. Sure. No! At least eternity of suffering is the fate of those who challenge the gods.
Avengers assemble, baby!
You are such a nerd.
You gotta thank your old man for me, Thor. Odin did one hell of a job reversing the damage Doom did to Earth.
The tests all check out.
But I believe he is
These are
presently
definitely the real deal.
occupied with
Genuine
Doom and my
Infinity
brother
Stones.
Loki.
Jam-packed with
Let's
endless
hope he's
cosmic
teaching
energy.
them new kinds of
They
pain.
grant near omnipotent abilities to whoever holds them.
The world owes you a debt of gratitude it can never
Which
repay.
leads me to an extremely important question.
But with the danger past, our task force must be
Can I keep
disbanded.
'em?
I believe that the stones are safer in containment than in anyone's hands.
Fury.
Especially yours.
Listen, fellas.
Remind
I don't
me to
care if
program
you
more
like me,
fun into you,
but if a
Biz.
threat like this comes again,
I will be certain to
can
add that
S.H.I.E.L.D.
to the
count
top
on
of
your
my
help?
task list. After we discuss my
The
analysis
world
of
can
this
count
other
on us,
unusual crystal.
sir.
Suddenly, less worried about external threats and more concerned about the ones in here.
Could the Infinity Stones be acting of their own accord?
It's not the stones. I'm picking up another signal.
Destroy their planet.
We've got ourselves a big problem here, gang. Thankfully, I've got a little solution.
I finally understand, Avengers. This stone has shown me the truth about the human mind I was designed to emulate. It is irreparably flawed, and it must be overwritten. System failure. Prime host body has taken maximum damage beyond capabilities of auto repair function. This battle has only just commenced, Avengers. I have bigger plans for you. much bigger. Transfer protocol initiated.
We need to remove the Mind Stone from play before Ultron can use it to reboot himself.
According to my senses, I do believe he already has. Elsewhere.
Wait. These readings I'm getting don't make any sense, unless... Oh no. Ultimo.
No, not anymore. Ultimo's mechanical mind was wiped, and his lifeless body was stored in a warehouse like a trophy. Typical human error. You should have dismantled him when you had the chance. Now, I, Ultron, shall use his form to exact my revenge. You shall pay in the name of all the machines you have disposed of so carelessly.
How come giant robots always attack on my day off? Thanks for clearing me a nice, safe place to land, by the way.
A pity you will never have the chance to make use of it.
You gave it your best shot, bolts for brains. Now I'll take mine.
If we hope to beat someone his size. We'll have to even the odds.
Your efforts here are futile, Synthezoid. My programming has always been stronger than yours. And with the Mind Stone, I shall lead the mechanical revolution. Join our cause, Vision, and break the bonds of human enslavement.
I'm no slave, Ultron. And the only one who should worry about their bonds is you.
What madness is this? I do not compute.
And if my plan succeeds, you never shall again.
Three stones recovered, 3 more to go.
I can whip up a containment solution for the stones we have, while you search for any traces of...
Your quest may have to be temporarily put on hold.
You saw what just happened here. What could be more important than preventing another attack like this?
There will be another attack to prevent, far sooner than anticipated. It seems that Ultron's search for a suitable host body activated more than just Ultimo.
I thought you said that Ultron couldn't control any more machines from inside the stone.
He cannot. But once activated, some programming cannot be stopped until its prime directive is achieved.
Prime directive? What prime? Sentinels. And I know just where they're headed. X marks the spot.
Destroy all mutants. Destroy all mutants.
Нет, not today, товарищ. Comrade, heads up!
And eyes wide open.
detected. Terminate.
Like to see you try, scrap heap.
Save some for us, mein Freund.
Why should you always get to have all the fun?
Greetings, compatriots. Either you're here about the item of infinite cosmic power we just liberated from the Hellfire Club, or... Oh! Is it taco night again?
Watch out, Furball!
Ultimate power source identified. Integrated. Upgrading. Resuming termination protocol.
Oh, my stars and garters.
It won't stay down for long. Follow my lead.
Destroy all mutant.
Come now, Cyclops. When has following you ever done our kind any good? You've allied yourselves with humans. The same race who designed these monstrosities to hunt us. Pathetic.
This is about far more than us versus them, Eric. We need to put our differences aside and work together for once. There are much larger forces at play here.
I am aware. My contacts inside the Hellfire Club informed me about the artifact your X-Men stole from them. As expected, you vastly underestimated its power. That is a mistake you have made far too often, boy.
Release him at once!
As you wish. After all, I did not come here for a fight, only to claim the power that is rightfully mine. If the X-Men will not fall by my hand, then I will watch as all that they hold dear crumbles to the ground around them.
You got it, boss. This performance is gonna bring the house down. And there ain't nothing that can stop me!
Taco! Taco night! We're gonna eat while the X-Men fight! Yeah! There, give me the lyrics. And taco, yeah, it's going just as Okay, that's it! Someone's about to get a kick square in the chimichangas!
I'm told this is the most secure room in the mansion. I'd say you'll be safer in here.
But that would be a lie. I can't survive in there forever. I'll make sure of that.
A new era for mutant kind is about to dawn. Such a pity that none of you will live to see it. Huh?
You know these guys?
You could say that.
We have tracked you across the Great Void to retrieve what was stolen from us.
Return the Infinity Stones to us at once, or suffer for all eternity.
Yeah, right. Like handing them over to your boss is gonna lead to less suffering. He's gonna use them to rip the universe to shreds. And since we live in the universe, well, I'm sure you understand our concern.
You only delay the inevitable. Thanos shall have the stones. Even if we must pry them from your dead hands.
On second thought, perhaps an alliance is called for after all.
Imbeciles! You barely survived facing me alone. What makes you think you could ever defeat two of us?
A brilliant observation, Liebchen. Danke.
Huh? Proxima! Once you have fallen, your insignificant planet shall follow!
No. Save that moment of glory for our master.
My beloved!
And let me have mine instead. You dare harm a member of the Black Order! Perhaps we have not been clear enough about the gravity of your situation. Allow me to remedy that now.
Even with this stone at my command, this may not be a battle we can win. If we used all of the stones together, however...
We would almost certainly do more damage than good. What we need is time to regroup, to formulate a better plan, as far from here as possible.
I have never teleported so many at once, but I can attempt to...
No, Kurt. Not even Lockjaw could get us all far enough away from this insanity. As long as their prize is in our hands, these monsters will follow us to the ends of the universe.
This universe, perhaps. Something has been weakening the barriers between dimensions. If I can just break through. Huh? There. But I must warn you, chaos magic is unpredictable. I do not know where this will lead us.
At the moment, dearest Wanda, I Anywhere is better than here.
The rift is sealed. We're safe now.
Alas, if only I could be so certain.
Jump in any time now, darlings. These monsters won't hunt themselves.
Doctor, I'm so glad you're here. Something is wrong. These portals... they're getting bigger? No. That must be a mistake. The spell you're casting... it's expanding the rift. You have to stop!
I cannot cease until all realities are one. So I am commanded by the dread Dormammu. Dormammu, be gone by the flames of the Faltine! I purge your dark soul from my own!
Oh no, dear doctor. I have not finished with you yet.
That was quite an impressive feat. But vanquishing the true Dormammu in his own realm will be nearly impossible. Lucky for us, the impossible is my specialty.
The Kingpin had no idea the power he possessed. But I've been watching, and I now know what these crystals can do, in more experienced hands. Here. Let me show you. You are victorious. Take your spoils. I must admit, this alliance you've built is quite inspiring. Perhaps I should craft one of my own.
Your journey ends here. The future holds only darkness for you and all of reality. But I shall return. Stronger than ever before. You cannot destroy the darkness.
He's right, Juno. Dormammu feeds off this dimension's endless arcane energies. He can't die in this place. But we most definitely can. And if Dormammu spills this black magic into our world, he would be unstoppable there too. Of course, without the Reality Stone, he can't merge our dimensions together. And without the darkness to fuel him, he wouldn't last long. So, if I can open a portal back to our plane of existence, perhaps we can take the stone somewhere safe. Or at least somewhere safer than this.
We came here to escape the chaos of Earth. Our people were trapped at the heart of far too many conflicts over the centuries. Assailed from all sides by those who wish to harm or exploit us. Only by removing ourselves from their world would we ever truly hope to find peace. So, tell us, my dear sister. Why have you opened our doors to the same chaos we fought so hard to leave behind?
No matter how we may try to cut ourselves off from our home planet, my queen, we still have friends and allies who need our help. Who are we to ignore their plight?
We are Inhumans. As both humans and mutants alike have repeatedly reminded us, we stand alone. And unless your friends can convince the king otherwise, so do they.
Find him.
Thane! Gorgon has been gravely wounded. You must attend to him immediately.
I'll see what I can do, Your Majesty. There you go, big guy. This should stop the bleeding. Before you know it, you'll be back on your feet. Or hooves.
Some sort of amber. Intriguing. I don't believe we've had the pleasure, young man. Huh? Oh.
Few have. Thane came to us from the Inhuman colony of Orlan, seeking sanctuary.
Sanctuary? From what, pray tell?
Not what, but rather who.
My father. Turns out he's a maniacal alien warlord bent on universal domination. And for some reason, he really wants me dead. His name is Thanos. If you're lucky, you've never heard of him.
Luck hasn't exactly been on our side today, my boy. But I have a feeling that may be about to change.
Where am I? Somewhere safe. Don't try to rest.
No. Nowhere in Ottoman is safe. I remember now. He's lost his twisted mind. Again.
Oh, come now, cousin. Is that any way to talk about the new king of the Inhumans? power, but you lack imagination. It is time that someone with true vision took the throne.
This is Winter Soldier, broadcasting on the Avengers emergency frequency. Again, if anyone is listening out there, my mission to infiltrate AIM was a success. At least until MODOK and his nerd squad somehow recovered a bona fide Infinity Stone. Wasn't about to wait around and find out what they plan to do with it. So I blew my cover and grabbed their rock. I'm approaching a secure location with the stone in hand. But it won't take long for those eggheads to figure out where I'm headed and try to take it back. So, if you can hear this, Avengers, lock on to these coordinates and swing on by. It'd be a shame to be stuck in paradise all alone.
I am told that AIM only worships science. But if any of you believe in the goddess, now would be the time to start praying.
Not one step further, fools, or you'll be crashing harder than the Winter Soldier. Oh well, it was sound advice, but if you won't listen, I can make you! And it will be the last thing you ever hear.
The noise came from over here.
Sounded like a gamma bomb went off. In these jungles, it could be anything.
You speak the truth. So it is best to beware. Lest the hunters become the prey.
Can't let you go any further, I'm afraid. MODOK still has plans for this one. And if he gets his prize, I get mine. Wakanda's throne. You may think you've won, but you haven't heard the last of me!
Ambush! AIM forces are closing in. If you're hoping to stop MODOK, you need to go now. I mean it! In there, I'm just a liability. Weapon AIM can use against you. Let me buy you the time to finish the mission I couldn't. Don't worry about me. I've taken down the Red Skull. You guys in beekeeper suits should be no problem. Now go!
Stand back, friends. The Dora Milaje have this situation under control.
There are forces at play here your feeble minds cannot begin to comprehend. Nothing is under your control. Not even the concentration of psionic energy that you call a soul. This stone, so much power! I must have them all! Fetch them for me, won't you, my dears? I have matters of great scientific importance that require my immediate attention. Centuries of knowledge are etched into these walls. Ancient Wakandans called it magic. But there is no such thing. There is only science. It bends to my will. Now, so shall you. And then, the world! The knowledge found here will grant me access to an endless supply of souls, on which my stone may feast. But first... An appetizer. How delicious! Who's next? I cannot fail.
You already have, MODOK, but you did succeed in one thing. You stirred the ancient warriors that reside here in this city of the dead. The necropolis is now their home, just as Wakanda is mine. And we shall protect our homes at any cost.
What in the name of science?
No, not science, MODOK. Something far greater. Far greater.
Your Majesty, if I may.
Yes, of course. No man is fit to wield such power unchecked. Not even a king. Each of these stones is capable of shattering worlds on their own. Just imagine what they could do together.
Yes. Just imagine.
So, what do we do with the Infinity Stones now?
We must take action to ensure that they do not fall into the wrong hands.
There is only one hand on which they belong.
The hand of Thanos.
Wow, these losers just don't quit, do they?
And thankfully, neither do you. If not for your efforts, we would have been forced to gather each of the stones ourselves. I will make certain that our master celebrates what you've done here. In your eulogies.
This door will not hold them for long.
Then we stand and fight. Until the end.
What is this place?
Thanks to Wakanda's ancient priests. The walls of the necropolis not only detail ancient history, they also give us a glimpse of the future.
If it's literally set in stone, then how can we change it?
As long as there's hope, there's always a chance, son.
Ah, but he's not your son, now is he? No. No matter how he tries to hide it, this one has a familiar aroma about him. The sweet smell of death. I have heard whispers of you, Thane, my master's lost progeny. How proud he will be to have you by his side.
He's already chosen which side he stands on.
Then let him fall on it as well.
Like I said, until the end.
Wait! You came here for the stones, not for their lives.
Thane, what are you?
Take the stones. And if you must take a life, take mine. Just spare theirs.
Thanos shows no mercy to those who oppose his will.
Thanos is not here.
Huh?
His son is. And we accept his offer.
Treacherous fool! This shall not stand!
Perhaps the child is right. The stones are the true prize. With such power at our command, these heroes are nothing more than fleas. Death by our hands is not an honor they have earned. They deserve something much worse.
Okay, we are definitely dead this time.
Nay. I know this foul place well, noble vermin. The Black Order hath banished us to the Asgardian realm of lost souls. Welcome to hell, mortals. What manner of demon is this?
No demon at all, my prince. Just a humble servant of Asgard, who knows full well that the living do not belong in this wretched place.
I do not take kindly to uninvited guests in my realm.
We were exiled here beyond our control, Lady Hela.
I came to ferry these warriors back to Asgard, but the path has since been closed to me.
Ah, yes. Well, I fear Asgard has its own visitors to deal with at the moment.
What wicked scheme have you hatched this time, Queen of the Dead?
I have merely done what I always have. Lord Thor. Whatever I must, to ensure that my realm is forever filled with fresh souls, including yours. Now, I must attend to more important matters. But I've invited a trusted ally from Muspelheim to make sure you feel right at home.
Whatever magic Hela used to block our escape, it has vanished along with her. I am once again free to summon the Bifrost.
What devilry!
And thus to move this battle to more familiar ground.
I've waited eons to cleave this cursed bridge in two. None shall steal that glory from me.
Glory is reserved for the gods, Surtur! And you are not fit to walk amongst them.
Curse you, Odin's son! I shall return!
My foes always do. But as long as Asgard still stands, the mighty Thor and his allies shall defend it till their dying breaths. Now, onward to Asgard, before Hela can... Quickly, my friends! We must find Lord Odin at once!
There's a new king in town, Blondie, and we have direct orders to make you kneel.
I don't suppose this is a rescue mission. But if you let me out, I promise I shall behave. This time.
Ah, you have arrived at last. But it is as they always say, is it not? You can't go home again.
Usurper! Thou shalt not sully my father's throne!
The All-Father was not here to protect his realm in its time of need, nor was his favorite son.
While you and your allies chased your Infinity Stones across worlds, Hydra was gathering another valuable source of power left behind in their wake. These crystals alone may not control all of reality. But with enough of them in my possession, perhaps I shall. Nine. All that power within my grasp.
I should have known better than to align myself with mortals. Yet perhaps a soul as dark as yours would be better suited. In a body designed for total annihilation.
Is there nothing that can crush this worthless hunk of tin?
You know as well as I, brother, that Odin built the Destroyer to withstand any foe.
Any foe but one. Or do you think your father a complete fool? Certainly one of my sons does.
Well, father, I can explain.
The uprising in Jotunheim, you insisted I quell, was not but a trap laid by treacherous frost giants, all of whom now lay slaughtered by my hand. After all I have done for you, Loki, I should cast you to the bottom of the Kananga Gap for this affront.
Loki will earn his just reward in due time, All-Father.
For now, there are more dire matters to which we must attend.
Aye. The first of which is cleansing the stench of death from this place.
Odin, I beg of you. I was merely a pawn in this scheme. No more than a puppet.
As I recall, whenever there are puppets at play, it has always been Hela who pulls the strings. Stray from your realm again, Queen of the Dead, and your thread will be cut permanently.
As you wish, my lord.
The stones you seek are long gone from Midgard. Yet their power is so strong, I can still feel them across the vastness of space. They have been taken by your foes to a way station on the outskirts of the universe. A place once teeming with life, now being swallowed whole by the shadow of death. And the tyrant who would deliver it to us all. Any fading hope that our worlds have left to survive the coming darkness lies in your hands alone.
It is about time you're getting here. Come. There is universe to be saved, huh?
With a few words, I could twist your fragile minds to obey my every whim. But why stop there, when I could have your souls instead? Take the blasted stone. I have little use for such baubles. Not when I have a far greater prize within my grasp.
Locked away in a cage like a trophy. That is no way to live. Do not worry, dear creature. Once I put them out of their misery, I promise you shall follow. A small victory, but it does not take a mind reader to know that you are too weak to finish the job.
Come, little specks, and unleash every ounce of power you can muster. I guarantee it shall not be enough. If I fall this day, I shall take you all with me!
Detonation imminent.
They say the only thing colder than the depths of space is the icy grip of death itself. I will make certain you experience both this day. I welcome the Void's dark embrace, and eagerly await the billions of souls that Thanos will send to join me!
You have proven more powerful than we anticipated. But as long as one of the Black Order still stands... all who oppose our master shall fall. Your combined efforts are most impressive. But you forget, I have powerful allies of my own. And when the Black Order unites, death always prevails.
No one dies here today. They may be merciless killers, but thankfully the Black Order saw a value in me that my father never did. And I see value in them as well. Just imagine what we could all do together. An alliance powerful enough to bring even Thanos himself to his knees. And to bring a new order to the universe. My master's lost. Which side he stands on is how it all ends. As long as there's hope.
Thanos is not yours.
Then how can we change
His son is.
He's already chosen which side he stands on. You're right, Captain. I'm sorry. I'm not Thanos.
And you never will be. There is only one. From this day forth, he reigns supreme! You have come a long way just to die.
Then I guess it's a good thing we have different plans.
There is no escaping destiny. Your fate is written in the stars.
If it is. And it's time for us to be the stars we were always meant to be.
This is not how it ends.
For once, you are correct, Father. You may have dreamed of oblivion, but madness clouded your vision. Thankfully, I can see what you couldn't. This universe deserves so much more. Something only I can give it.
You've got it all wrong, son.
Ah, but you were right all along, my friends. I am not my father. I am something far better!
What have you done, boy?
What you never could, father! I won!
You don't have to do this thing!
It's over! Thanos is defeated!
So how about you take off that crazy armor, and we can talk this through?
No more talking.
You got it. But if you expect us to believe you're tougher than Thanos because you put on some old suit...
You don't need to believe. I'll show you.
Where are we? I've never seen anything like this.
The center of the universe. The birthplace of the stones. The heart of infinity.
How fitting, then, that the place where all things began is where your pathetic existence will finally come to an end. This universe will be mine alone to destroy, child. Even if I must save it from you first!
So this is what it feels like to be omnipotent! What have you done to me?
You did this to yourself, boy. The second that you believed you could surpass me, your fate was sealed.
But the armor!
That armor is a curse. Far too powerful for any mortal being to contain. There's a reason I chose to wear only one of its gloves.
You knew.
Of course. And more importantly, I knew better.
We have to do something.
There is nothing that can be done.
He's just a boy.
A boy who tried to be a god and failed. But Perhaps we are not that different after all.
What are you doing now, tyrant?
What I should have done long ago.
Help me, please, Father.
I am taking away our pain.
So, I guess we won?
Only for now. If I know anything about Thanos, it's that he always finds a way to return. Even from the grave.
When he does, we will be ready.
Hands off, Ugly. You're under arrest by authority of the Nova Corps. You and your Black Order buddies are gonna spend the rest of your lives in the kiln for what you've done. It looks like your boss won't be around to break you out this time.
Thanos and Thane may be out of play, but the stones are not.
And as long as they're still together, the threat they pose is too great.
Then we split them up.
We hide them on opposite ends of the universe. Or even beyond it, if we can. And we don't ever tell each other where they are. And sure, some cosmic jerk will eventually find a way to reunite them. But we'll be making it a whole lot harder. And maybe, just maybe, it'll buy us enough time to figure out how to stop these crazy things for good. And if not, well, we can always do this whole team-up thing again, right?